Okay, we're about to get started. Welcome in, everybody. Alpha Sushi, Knight's Shadow, Shock, TiVo. Hope you're all doing well. And Shock, first one here. But yeah, we're about to get started with Connected Versus for some 3v1 action. And yeah, looking forward to it. I feel like Teams is, or the Connected Versus rather, is definitely a more chill, competitive vibe. So we can just try out a lot of bosses, hang out, and talk about Tetris and or gaming and or whatever. But yeah, I'm Austin, and let's get this show started here. I want to make a lobby. Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome in, Matt. Oh yeah, Carol, that's right. Welcome in. Okay, Carol, I believe you are in our first group. Same with TiVo here. Who else is in our first group? We'll get this lobby started and we'll get this show on the road. All right, refer to my pinned message. Or we don't have any messages pinned yet. Shake my head, Ferox. Here we go. I'll pin it. So we have TiVo, Carol, Night Shadow, and Shock up first, and maybe Jabberbox might be in that group as well. So we'll have those players play for a little bit here. And yeah, I'm going to get a lobby started. And be on the lookout for a code if you're in the Discord here. If you'd like to participate, you can join the Discord at discord.gg/enhance. And yeah, when you are onboarded, select that community events role so that you are notified of community events in the future for any of our games. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna make a lobby here. But yeah, typically it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours, as Ferox is saying here in the Discord. I schedule it for an hour and a half, but I'm too nice and it usually goes a little over. All right, let's make this lobby. But what's everyone up to? I know it's a 3-day weekend here for me, as I have Columbus Day off. But yeah, anyone have any fun weekend plans? Any new games they're playing? What game have I been playing lately? We finished Cat Quest 3. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a lull. I played a little Vampire Survivors yesterday. Playing a lot of Deadlock. And of course, I'm always playing Tetris. I gotta get that in there. All right, so the lobby code is in the Discord for our first group, which I believe is TiVo, Jabberbox, Carol, Shock, and oh, who am I missing? I feel bad. And Night Shadow. You are in group 1. Matt saying Connected Versus is my favorite. How much is Tetris Forever going to cost? That's a good question. I'm going to say... You know, I'm not going to make a prediction. What's your prediction? Return of the King. Like Lord of the Rings? I've been meaning to rewatch those movies. You know what movie series I've never seen is the Harry Potter series. I've seen the first few. 10,000 USD for Tetris Forever. That's a good prediction. Get such high value out of all the Tetris games. I believe we have 3 of the players in here. Actually, we do have 4. Jabberbox, if you want to hop in here. I don't know if TiVo will be in round 1 here. But yeah, just ready up and we can get started. Whoever's brave enough to play boss here. So Shock or Jabberbox if you're up to play boss. Oh, Shock will be right back. Jabberbox, are you ready to play? If you want to hop into boss. Welcome in, Twiz. How are you doing? Oh, Shock is here, okay. Well, Shock, whoever ready's up first is our first round of players, so don't be shy. Oh, you can't play this week. What are you up to? Are you working? I'm working. All right, so Shock possibly go in area 3 here. All right. Looking like Gemini. And the Gemini signature attack is the twin pieces, which can be brutal in combination with a slew of other things, right? Depending on when it's used. Sometimes twins can be underwhelming, but I think as it levels and if you have a board state which doesn't really accommodate the twin piece that is given to you, it can really hit hard. So we'll see how this plays out here. What is Tetris Forever? Yeah, it's a newer, it's like a compilation history docu game. I don't know if you're familiar with Digital Eclipse themselves, but they've done some other like Atari-based like docu-series games, which were pretty cool. Jeff Minter story, etc. So I don't know if any of you watched the CTWC Jonas Cup, but they previewed a little bit of like the history aspect of it, which is super cool, where like CTWC is featured in it. It just goes about Tetris' story and has games alongside that, and games that have never really been ported or even seen on the US audience, right? So I'm pretty excited for it in that sense. I've always been a fan of any Tetris game, so there's going to be a lot to play around with, which is cool. Is it on every platform? I know it's on... Actually, I'm not sure. I know it's on Steam and Switch because it was part of the Nintendo Direct. All right, how's our team looking here? Got a quarter zone left. Getting pretty high up here. Shock, meanwhile, trying to defend. We can see all those orbs circling the boss avatar. It kind of signifies how much charge Shock has up for defense. And yeah, pretty standard defense and attack trade here between the team and the boss. Say a little bit higher than that, and Shock may be feeling the pressure. And a little bit lower, and Shock would have free reign. So yeah, pretty even currently. How many players here in the chat like to play as Gemini? I feel like there are certainly stronger bosses, but in the right hands, any boss can be powerful. I think Gemini, you really just need to... Sometimes you don't get that powerful sequence, so it could be a little bit of a gamble, but when you do have the twin pieces that combine well with any other blitz that the boss sends you, it can certainly hit hard. Because of the increased size of the twin piece, if you don't have the proper place to place your pieces, especially if there's more than one, it can move you up your board very quickly. But the team doing a good job. Night Shadow here in the middle, trying to figure out where to place that double Z piece, and throws it down, trying to work through it. Nice T-spin single find for Night Shadow. Meanwhile, Carol, a little bit high in the middle, so it can be slightly stressful when you have a high middle, but finding some good placements to get some skims here. And the team is about to go into that zone phase, so nicely done by the team. Meanwhile, Shock did manage to get a little bit of defense down. If it's anything like the last team attack, I don't think Shock will be under too much pressure here. So yeah, good match so far. TiVo with this long bar dependency in column 3. Does get that long bar, and then you never know, maybe a teammate can help out with that. If worst comes to worst, you can always throw this purple magic Mino. Oh, look at that! Night Shadow helping fill in that long bar dependency, and TiVo now can move out, help fill out the right side here so they can get a larger line clear. Ooh, that was a big attack from the team. Oh my god. Shock almost topping out. That piece spawned in just over where it was allowed to spawn in. So if the team sent one more row, Shock would have topped out there. Got the chill Area 3 music going on. I'm a fan. I've been saying that a lot recently. I've always kind of been a Area 2 fan in terms of music. It's very upbeat. However, I feel like Area 3 has been my favorite as of late. All right, so team doing a pretty good job. TiVo is up high, however. It's going to need to find a way to bring this down. Oh, man, and TiVo does top out there. It's okay, though, if TiVo manages to clap back into this. If you clap at the... So you see the circle meeting the middle there of the avatar for TiVo. If you clap when that circle is approaching the middle, you can speed up your revival process. Another way to speed it up is if, say, Night Shadow or Carol clear any T-spins or Tetrises, even T-spins, singles, triples, whatever it may be. It will also speed up the revival process. Interesting find there from Night Shadow, kind of creating a cubby with that LJ combo. And then tucking the square in there. Shock is looking really strong here, so yeah, these attacks are becoming much more fatal as the game goes on, and it takes longer to charge that zone. However, if the team does get into that zone phase, I think Shock will be in a world of hurt. However, Shock putting on some pressure, those twin pieces hitting hard, as I stated earlier. When it does hit hard. And yeah, nicely played by Shock, taking the dub here. Nicely played all around, though. Yeah, all S ranks. Some SS's in there as well. So well played. We'll get another game with this group here if we want to swap the boss, or I know Jabberbox is also part of this group if anyone wants to sit out one game. GG. Welcome in, Toad. Yeah, Jabberbox. You are in here. You asked how my day was earlier. That counts you as being a participant. Yeah, Shock did a good job there. Kept it pretty clean, though, as well. Not too many misdrops. As far as I saw. Good fundamentals from Shock. Looks like Toad here is looking to play some Connected Versus after the stream. If you play Connected Versus in friend lobbies, you can actually get the avatars, the multiplayer avatars, when you get 5 wins on a certain boss, right? That can be done in friend matches. It does not have to be done in ranked. The avatars exclusive to ranked are the full moon avatars. Anything that requires you to play on that Saturday for Connected Versus, that is. Okay, looks like we'll have Jabberbox as the boss here. Thank you, Shock, for sitting out this one. And when you're ready, Jabberbox, we can get going. Carol saying, I like the Area 2 music, but when the zone is happening with the singer sounds, it sounds like they're saying chocolate. I'm trying to think of... I think I hear something else. That's like when you try to explain what the Daft Punk lyrics are. It's like, I was think they're talking about going to work in LA. Maybe when if someone plays Area 2, we can try to sound it out here. All right, so Jabberbox rocking the Fish God, first boss in the game, Pisces. A very strong multiplayer boss in the right hands. I think a big reason for why Area 1 bosses are so strong at the highest skill ranks is that each Area 1 boss has an area-based blitz, which is soft drop. So it forces the super fast players, right? They have to, they're kind of forced to soft drop, and it acts as a throttle for any of the bosses. So I feel like that's the key reason that Area 1 seems super strong at high level. But yeah, of course, with this boss as well, with the pop-in, as it levels up, it can be brutal on top of that and really top you out quickly. All right. TiVo filling in that long bar dependency, using that magic Mino. You can definitely use those purple Minos, aka the magic Minos, to fill in any gap, as it will have a cascade effect. So no matter how you place it, it's going to fall into the gap under it. So it can be very useful for those long bar dependencies, as we see there from TiVo. Fortunately, though, TiVo got helped out by Carol with that long bar. Meanwhile, Jabberbox running into some misdrops. Hopefully, Jabberbox can get a little bit more charge here. All right, doing a nice job of down stacking now. But halfway up the board, yeah, this is going to be a little bit scary for Jabberbox. Especially because this team is bringing it all the way to the top here. Well, there is a long bar dependency, so maybe a bit of a saving grace there for Jabberbox. And Jabberbox will survive. Ooh, rough placement. Definitely take your time as boss. If you... boss misdrops can be brutal, right? Misdrops in any Tetris mode can be brutal, but I feel like when you misdrop as boss, you can certainly feel it. Alright, so Jabberbox is going to continue attacking. Sense of pop out. May want to consider defending soon. As the longer this match goes on, the more powerful Pisces becomes. But with that being said, Jabberbox is putting on some good pressure and cleaning up their board. So nicely done. Really nice down stacking from Jabberbox. Down stacking is so important just to make sure you don't top out early from any team-based attacks. Finds a T-spin double, very nice. Does it send to the, or it doesn't count as defense, but it does, I'm sorry, it doesn't bring down the unclearable garbage yet. Oh no, I think TiVo overstacked there. We all do it. We greed out a little bit at the end there, just to, because we know the blocks are going to cascade once you enter that team zone. Happens to the best of us. Either way, Night Shadow and Carol, if it is one less player, it does mean they should move through this a little bit faster, as there's less space to fill in. However, the attack definitely will be dampened, so it's going to come down to the speed of the players here. And Jabberbox with a strong start, mixing in a T-spin double there for defense. 3 orbs circling the Pisces avatar currently. Let's see if we can bring it to 4. All right. So yeah, still a nice attack there from the team. And you know what? Like, this isn't always the worst thing for a team, as it's almost like insurance if a player is trying to revive in, right? So say the boss puts on a lot of pressure. and was to top out either Carol or Night Shadow. TiVo having a late spawn would help to ensure that the team stays alive longer. Maybe Carol and Night Shadow can spawn in. Yeah, so TiVo playing from the bottom now. Jabberbox defending a little bit. Decides to send an attack. A good time to defend as an Area 1 boss is when the opponents are forced to soft drop, especially at high level. Actually, at this level, I'm not sure when the best time would be. That was a rough pop-in for TiVo, right in the middle of everything. Ooh, a small bump up there. So Night Shadow feeling a little pressure. They are 3/4 of the way, though. But yeah, like that Jabberbox is applying a little bit of pressure. Decides to defend, maybe knowing what's at stake here. Ooh, this is tricky for Jabberbox going for this T-spin. Does find the single, though. Bringing down one in line of that unclearable defense. Jabberbox can defend this, so we'll see how the team does. It's going to be close. Ideally, Jabberbox will want to have this low once the team attacks, and I would say, at least given how this game has been going, at least 4 orbs to defend here, so we'll see. Keep an eye on that. Focusing on Tetrises should be the name of the game here for Jabberbox, as that'll cause for the most defense. So far, so good. Tetris ready. Not dropping it. There it is. Drops that Tetris. Team is doing a really good job this round. We'll see if they can break 16. I think they had a 16 earlier. Looking like we'll have a 17, possibly. Ooh. There it is, 17. I'm not sure. Yeah, that was a big attack. And nicely played from everyone there. Strong team zone to finish that one off. GG's. I have a feeling we'll see some S ranks. There we go. ASS. SSB. Nicely played, everybody. All right. Do we have one more? Do we have time for one more? We might need to move on to the next group here. We've had some longer games there, which is a good thing. Also, it looks like it's getting darker in my room. I need to turn on some lights. Welcome in, Diaz. Who's up next here? So I think we probably should move on to the next group, right? Yeah, let's move on to the next group. So thank you, Group 1. Those were some good games. 2 long games. Next up, we're going to have Mr. Antimatter, I Am Nobody, Toad, Teeny, and LB. So another 5 players here. Glad you had some fun, TiVo. Oh, sorry, no round 3. Just so we can make sure everyone gets to play tonight. But if you want an encore, if anyone from Group 1 wants to keep playing, you're welcome to play alongside the stream. Maybe just go to... You can even use the same community showcase thread if you guys want to keep playing. I just won't talk over it. Oh, the chicken pancakes, right. Oh, what did it end up being? It was actually super good. It was like a mustard vinaigrette thing over some chicken, some like a cabbage salad kind of thing. I think I'm underselling it, but it was really good. bag I got when I came back to life was the exact same bag. I don't know. Actually, I'm not really sure about the bag system in Connected Versus. Has everyone done the science there? All right, looks like Teeny. I think we have a full group here when you guys are ready. And then who's not in this lobby? Maybe Toad can get in the next game then. We have 4. We'll get Toad in the next round. But yeah, ready up and good luck, have fun. Looks like LB will be playing boss. Ooh, Restream letting me know. 100 messages today. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 1,000. All right, game has begun. Good luck, have fun. I think LB was playing Capricorn, if I am not mistaken here. So Capricorn is an Area 4 boss. I think Capricorn has a lot of tools at its disposal. I think Broken being the strongest attack, especially as it levels up. But you also have Pentominos, Triminos. So it adjusts the size of the Tetraminos. And then also with Area 4, you get high stakes as an attack, where it creates some eyepiece dependencies on your board, or long bar dependencies, depending on your flavor or use of the word long bar. But I'll be off to a pretty clean start. No misdrops, getting some Tetris clears, but meanwhile the team moving pretty quick here. So this could be a battle of the ages. Yeah, pretty strong team attack. LB with the big brain waiting a little bit to send that attack. If you send a right away before, I guess, the new music kicks in, that Tetris can kind of get wasted. So definitely good game sense from LB to wait just a little bit there. We got 2 PC players and a Switch player versus PC player. Right now it shows them all 3 with controllers. Meaning their PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch. There it is. There's that high stakes, but you know what? The Pentomino is a good tool to use to overcome that high stake attack. As you should be able to dig a little deeper into those wells with your Tetraminos. Teeny with an interesting spin there. I think Pentomino is really fun to play with. The one that is very hard to play with is Broken, and we'll probably see that here as the game goes on, because LB's doing a really good job defending, and this is a strong team, so looking like this could go the distance, possibly. LB ready for a lot of Tetrises. Oh no! I think that was Mr. Antimatter, if I'm not mistaken. Overstacked, similar to TiVo a few games back. Everyone does it. I've certainly died that way. You can't help it. You want to greed and get the most out of this team zone, right? It is greed is greed a human trait? I don't know if greed is a human trait, but certainly it is a Tetris player trait. All right. But like I said, this staggered revival could actually be a godsend depending on how this round goes, as a boss is getting a little bit stronger, and this is a pretty strong boss as it gets stronger, right? So Mr. Antimatter coming in a little bit late here could be a good cause. Because look, they're still at the bottom of their board. Looks like players might opt to wait this one out. Broken is really hard to like use efficiently. Yeah, so this, if you look at their next piece queue, it might change here in a minute. That's when you know the broken blitz will end. There it goes. It goes back to normal. Oh, nice use of that broken piece in the middle there. Looks like nobody will top out. Bobo Mr. Man 007, I like that name, was Tetris ready. Decides to bring it down sooner than later, though. So yeah, we got a good game going. LB looking like a menace here on this Capricorn boss. Oh man, that was a brutal attack onto Teeny. Teeny is also going to top out, but hey, whether Mr. Antimatter meant to or not, that early top out, or that top out before going into the team zone, has kept this team alive. There is a chance nobody can get back into this. I don't know if Mr. Antimatter is familiar with IRS. Might need to do it on this next piece spawn, though. Unfortunately, does not. And LB with a commanding Capricorn dub. So Toad, we'll get Toad into this next game if somebody would kindly like to sit out. You can spectate with me. We can drop some emotes in on the side, like you see in those thumbnails on the Steam platform news or PlayStation news, wherever you're tuning in from. All right. Welcome in, Call Me Star. Hope you're doing well. I believe Call Me Star is in our group 3 or 4. I think we have some pretty strong players tonight for that final group. All right, Toad is in here. Nobody on the boss. We're sticking to Area 4, it looks like. I'm going to turn a light on in here. All right. I don't know if there's a group 4 just yet. I just saw that the Ferox said groups 3/4. But we'll see. Oh, we do have 4 groups now. Okay. Pretty quick zone from the team. I was looking away, but I could hear the blocks dropping quickly. As somebody screams from the top of their lungs in the background. All right, pretty good first zone from the team. I don't think nobody is going to be feeling too pressured here. But still, when you get an attack that strong from the team, you know you're in for. You got to be on your A game, right? As a boss, you're like, all right, I see they have the potential here to take me on. I got to sprint, got to stride a little bit, get as many Tetrises as possible, and yeah. So this is what is the name of this boss? Don't make fun of me. It's gonna say Sagittarius. Why do I always forget the name of this boss? Oh no, it's Aquarius. Well, Aquarius has Squeeze as its signature blitz. It's the Aquarius Sagittarius. They ended that us, and that's probably why I get that confused. But yeah, so Squeeze can be very. It doesn't seem that hard to deal with, but like forcing you to stack really high in the center can catch you off guard. You gotta really respect the Squeeze blitz. If you overstack during that, and you have a high center combined with high stakes, which is an area 4 attack, it could pretty much be lights out real quick. So sometimes you'll see players just kind of wait it out, really try to fill up their sides. One way you can kind of counter against this is like have a higher left and right generally, and then that means during the Squeeze blitz, you can clear more often in the center, right? I haven't employed that strategy too often in my own play, but I mean, it makes sense to me, right? I don't know, do any of you try to do that? Stack a little higher outside of the Squeeze splits on the left and right? Okay. The aquarium, that'll help you remember. Fish 2. But yeah, I think just theory crafting here, I think that a center well, like if you have your Tetris well in the center, stack a little bit higher on the left and right, makes sense for Squeeze. All right, so Teeny doing a good job keeping it nice and low here. Toad a little bit higher, but maybe contributing a little bit more if they're forcing these line clears to the zone meter. LB waiting this one out. Yeah, not really a good placement there. I guess LB could use hold here. We'll see if they decide to. Yep. So really just going to try to play the safe conservative route. Yeah, and look, LB doesn't really have a high center. So looking good. Toad finds a pretty quick down stack, excuse me, despite having that high center for a little bit. Oh, very fortunate that high stakes didn't interfere with that T-spin double setup from Toad. Good decision making all around. Nobody is pretty high up here. Maybe going all in. I'll see if it's not over till it's over. The team could throw. Nobody could have a legendary defense here, so we'll see what happens. Isn't over until it's over. But it does not look like the team is throwing already at this 17. I'm not sure how high they started. It might be dampened a little bit. But he is throwing in, finding some cool T-spin setups. But I think that should be it, yeah. And nobody does not top out just yet. There we go. Fills in the line as they top out. And GG to our team. I think we have time for one more with this group. If we want to sub back in Mr. Antimatter, if someone else is able to sit out and emote here with me, you would be an MVP in my eyes. All right, GG. Thank you, LB. That was a great game. I concur, TiVo. Looks like Toad is opting for boss. Let's see what area / boss Toad decides to play as. And we are going Scorpio. I like it. In area 2. boss where the signature attack is speed up, which can be brutal if it gets to a point where it's leveled up. I think Scorpio can be hard to secure wins, well, at least at a high level. But like I mention this all the time, any boss can be scary in the right hands. So we'll see what Toad can do here. All right, we're gonna so Carol claiming that the singer says chocolate. Oh yeah, I can hear it. It's like chocolate. I heard like everybody working everywhere, everyone to LA. I hear LA like Los Angeles. Do we have any other interpretations? Chocolate, I like that. I heard that. Everyone's working everywhere, everyone to LA. That's what I used to hear. That's what I still hear. All right, a decent zone there. 17 from our team. And a pretty standard defense from Toad. So anybody's game at this point. Linear arithmetic. LB with a smile. I see you, LB. Let me get in on that. I have to focus my game. All right, got a smile on the left there. Mine was kind of blocked by Mr. Antimatter's board. Imagine we had if hundreds of players could spectate and just spam emotes. That'd be quite a spectacle. All right. How are we doing here? Pretty quick team zone charge. It's pretty hard for Area 2 Scorpio at this point to throttle the players, right? So the teams will get like pretty quick zone charges. I feel like as Scorpio, you definitely want to get to that third zone effectively. Just so it takes the team much longer, and then you can start to play more aggressively. Toad with an interesting board setup here. I like that they're kind of stacking over it. Yeah, that's the right move. Just go for these Tetrises, and then when it makes sense to, you can begin to downstack. So I like this approach from Toad. Meanwhile, the team looking pretty strong here. I got a 19. Very nice. Yeah, that's a big attack. Almost a perfect clear setup there for Toad. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say perfect clear, I say all clear. The great debate of Tetris on vernacular. All right, so Toad, yeah, I like that. You kind of have to play aggressive as boss at this point, like really fish out those Tetrises, whether you are defending or attacking, just to be as efficient as possible despite the spooky height, I suppose. Shout out to the spooky stage jam on Humanity happening currently. So the team is halfway on their zone charge. It's kind of a rough twist. So nobody with a lot of long bar dependencies. I would say Teeny has the most down-stackable board, but we'll see what they can do here. Finds that T-spin. team is about 3/4 of the way. Toad is trying to mix in a little bit of defense here. Maybe he's not feeling quite ready for that kill move. So this seems like the right decision here for Toad. Just about at a place where defense seems totally capable, especially with the team under this pressure. Because the team isn't playing from the bottom here, looks like they're so nobody playing 6 rows up. Oh, 9. Okay. If it's 9 rows, then yeah, it should be a little bit dampened here, since the team isn't playing from the bottom. So I think Toad should be good for another zone here, unless the team does something crazy like a curb twist, but even then it should be dampened a little bit, right? All right, 107 attack. Is Toad ready for this? Toad is ready. Sending an attack right away, yes. Sweat from LB, I could not agree more. This is usually the predicament you find yourself in as a boss. Like, when can I defend? I know I need to put on the pressure. Because, like, with Area 2 bosses especially... Ooh, nice Tetris find from Toad. You have to know when to all in, right? There's not too many blitzes from Area 2 bosses that, like, throttle you. If anyone, it'd be Cancer, the crab boss. Having Unstable kind of slows down the team, but as Scorpio, the blitz... Well, it speeds up the team, naturally, so it can be difficult knowing when to go all in as Scorpio. Okay. Toad is opting to attack a little bit here, and yeah, it's going to have to at some point, because I don't think defending is going to be the move here. Oh, that long bar! Oh, no. Okay, gets another one? Oh, okay. That was close. Team not under too much pressure yet, but it can add up quickly. Ooh. Toad does manage to bring it down 1 row. Imperial cross setup, very nice. Okay, Toad brings it down. Yeah, this is a tough call here. Finds that Tetris. Fast. If I were Toad, I would want to try to top out nobody here. But not looking easy, and nobody is no slouch. Alright. Fast is currently working, so Toad can defend during fast here. And yeah, play this out. The team is pretty high here. And if they make any mistakes, it could really dampen that zone attack. But regardless, Toad is going to need a strong defense here. Using that RS to stay alive. Nicely done. Ooh, finds that perfect clear. Nice vision from Toad. Tivo saying they're all badass players. True. Okay, this is looking pretty good. 18. Toad going out in style, but that will be it. GG. Nice game. Scorpio's tough to get the win on, but I respect the decision. SS is all around. Okay, so we can move on to Group 3. Thank you, Group number 2, for making it out here. So next up we have Aki, if I'm saying that right. Dinobot, yes, Dinobot. I see liar as the parentheses, so I'm assuming that is Tetri, the resident liar. Noriko, Call Me Star, and Grasspelt make your way to the lobby, which is currently being shown on screen. So let me remake that lobby just in case. All right, I'm gonna drop a new lobby code in the chat. Yeah, Mr. FAQ, we'll just rotate out some of the players. All right, new lobby code has dropped in the Discord. So if you're in group 3, make your way here. I have a 3-day weekend coming up, which I'm pretty excited for. I don't know if anyone else has Monday off, if they're here in the US, as it is a federal holiday. I'm not sure, Call Me Star, if you're with 3 or 4. Maybe Ferox can specify. I think you're in 3 right now. And then, yeah, maybe we'll have you in group 4. But, yeah, looks like you're in group 3 currently. Or heck, we can even make the decision, Ferox, if we want to move Call Me Star to group 4. That way, everyone in group 3 doesn't have to swap out. Might just be the simplest way to do it. I imagine Star to be up to the challenge, but yeah, let us know, Star. Okay, yeah, we'll get Star in group 4. Cool. So Grasspelt, Aki, Mr. FAQ, and Numbers. Is Numbers in here? Or Grasspelt? I see Numbers in the lobby, but I don't know if Numbers was actually... Oh, Numbers is Dinobot Liar. That is not Tetris? Am I crazy? Y'all are confusing with these nicknames. Okay, so that means we have 2 liars then. I got it. I see what's happening. The Liar Clan. Team Liars. I guess I'm going to sign up for the next team tournaments as Liars. All right, looks like they're getting started. Numbers as the boss. How do I join the Liars Clan? Okay. Look at Grasspelt with this double T-spin setup. Love to see it. And hey, if it doesn't work out, you could always Magic Mino. Just clean it all up. Ooh, nice team play there. Setting up for that Tetris. That was really nicely collaborated. Grasspelt kind of set up for a nice... How are the other team? Okay. I could have got... They were really close to having a nice setup there for a 20 plus. It really has to all come together for that to happen. 20 plus is pretty rare and connected even for top players. Mr. FAQ actually getting some okay pieces there. Sometimes those twin pieces can be godsend, and sometimes they are not. Especially with Tetramidian, right? Because you're not going to be ready for having to deal with whatever Bliss is coming your way. That's kind of part of the give and take of playing as Area 5. Is it's really hard to know how to kill the team or put on the most pressure, but sometimes you get some devastating combos that the team is not ready for. For example, like when you play against Taurus, the Area 1 boss that gives you giant pieces. I feel like those giant pieces are more devastating coming from Tetramidion because you're not ready to counterplay against those giant pieces, right? And who knows what kind of combination you'll have with that giant piece. I do think Tetramidion takes a little bit longer to charge attacks, so albeit you're not going to be applying pressure super quick like you would on Area 1, you can get some really crazy combos. Oh, FAQ is very fast. I'm not sure if Mr. FAQ is still like a top 10 sprinter. Maybe someone can verify. Most likely close. I think Mr. FAQ has a sub 30. All right, nicely played. But Numbers is set up to apply some pressure here. You never know how hard Tetramidion is going to hit here, so we'll see what kind of combos Numbers get. Very nice T-spin setups, by the way. I feel like Numbers is better than me at finding these floating T-spins. You gotta be careful, though. Numbers going for this T-spin single setup. I was kind of enamored with how Numbers is stacking. Got into a trance. Ooh, we got some Hide Field. Hide Field, that's another one. When you're not ready for it, it can be like, it can really throw you off depending on if it's comboed with anything. But it didn't seem too bad, and the team is working through it. Followed up with Unstable. I think trying to play through Unstable is actually kind of fun. It's like, it can really slow you down, but there's some counterplay, and you can at least stack for a little bit, right? All right, so we got some twin pieces. Oh, man. I like Ake's placements here on the right. I think Mr. FAQ, yeah, not able to find the best placements for these, but with some thought, is able to kind of have some decent parity there and open up, kind of set up for like a left wheel combo to accommodate those twin pieces. So that was nicely played. And yeah, everyone on the team doing a good job. Looks like even meter contribution across the board there. Grass Pilt, lowest to the board, so only 3 lines up. So the attack shouldn't be too dampened, meaning that we're going to need a strong defense here from Numbers. So we'll see if Numbers can hold this together. That misdrop, or the setup, certainly won't help things, but it does find a T-spin double out of that. And boom. The Lyre is down. See you later, Dinobot. And Team Grass Pelt, Mr. FAQ, and Aki, take it. Feel free to swap it around if you guys would like, if anyone else wants to play as boss. Should have time for at least one more game with this group, depending on how long it is. SSGG. Yeah, that was a good game. All right, looks like we have a Libra choice from Aki here. Libra was my favorite boss to play for a while. It can be very aggressive, so I feel like the key for Libra is knowing when to pounce and try to go all in a sense, and take out the team. Play defensive until you can kind of charge up your attacks and really take the team down a treacherous road once you charge up your attacks. We'll see if Aki is up to the job here. Who I believe is C-Aki, or Kakwick, my Midwestern U.S. self wants to say. All right. So that first zone, by the way, for anyone that is new to Connected Versus, is always really quick. The team can chart it up with probably like 3. How many Tetrises does it take to charge up that first zone? Not many. But as the boss, you might still want to mix in a few attacks and try to put on some pressure, just because you can kind of charge up, and then, yeah, I think your goal is to try to dampen that first zone a little bit still. If you can get a few lines, at least, for the team to start with. That can be kind of hard to do, though. Your browser might crash. Give that browser a nice reset. Is your computer on fire? A computer will certainly let out a sigh of, ooh, look at that perfect clear Tetris from Aki. Computer will let out a sigh of relief when you close your hundreds of Chrome tabs, if you're anything like me, after a day of work. I like that single from Aki. All right, how's our team doing? They're already 3/4 of the way. Numbers finding these teaspoons. I can tell Numbers has fun with Tetris the way they stack. But yeah, so with Libra, you create these what are called hard blocks, as you can see. It's like with that red center bullseye with that yellow border. Those are the hard blocks. And it takes 2 clears to get rid of those. So pretty much the best counterplay is just to throw yourself at it and play quickly. I don't know if anyone else has any tips for those, but it's not really like, how do I put it? It's not like an amazing strategy or anything to deal with that. You just have to work through it, move quickly. It's going to mess up your board. You don't want to overthink it too much. Oh, that's a good point from Tetris. Place them horizontal if you can. That... Why has that never clicked with me? I feel like that it's never clicked with me because I'm usually the one that picks Libra. That's a great point of advice. So if you place them horizontally, yeah, you can more efficiently clear them because you're going to have to clear less rows. That's a really good tip. The Tetra truth. Is Tetris a liar? I don't know if that was bad advice or not, but that seemed like the truth to me. I don't know if Tetris is a liar now. Not sure who to believe. All right, nice charge from our team. And Aki's about halfway up. This is an interesting state. I think Aki is set up to get a lot of defense here. Is certainly going to want to survive. If Aki can manage to get out of this, not scot-free, but just enough to be able to like get some Tetrises without having to start in defense too long. It might be worth Aki Rocky might want to consider going a little more like all-in aggressive, right? We'll see what they decide to do here. Definitely going to want to keep it low, preparing for the incoming attack. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, man. I love it. Good one to defend. Aki's attacking through this. Oh, that is a rough piece. And GG. Yeah, Aki didn't quite find the moment to pounce there as Libra. I think we have time for one more game with this group. I think these games were going pretty quick. Then we'll move to Group 4. Nicely played. Nicely played. Ooh, up to 61 boss attack. I missed that. Getting into the 60s here. Okay. Now we're looking like a Mr. FAQ boss. That sounds scary. Because Mr. FAQ is a fast player, and having that speed allows you as a boss to create more attacks. And I believe it's an Area 1 boss, so Mr. FAQ has the chance to throttle the players a little bit with that soft drop blitz across Area 1. Okay, so we have the fish god in play, Pisces. A little cheeky T-spin triple setup there for Mr. FAQ. Not sure if Mr. FAQ is going to get one line here to dampen. Oh, maybe. Actually, it looks like Aki is all the way to the bottom here. So nicely played from the team. Mr. FAQ does have some misdrops at the bottom, but should have the speed to kind of work through this. And yeah, you always got to bear in mind that this is single piece preview. So it'll likely slow down our boss just a hair. But as we see here, like Mr. FAQ is still playing very fast with that one piece preview. He's able to clean up those mistakes. Throws in a T-spin double. Is Tetris ready? Or now is Tetris ready? All right, let's see what kind of zone we get from this team. They're stacking pretty high. We got a 19. Very nice. A 19, 142 attack from the team. And yeah, looks like a pretty standard attack there. One thing to note as a boss is it isn't always a bet. You don't always have to go for Tetrises. Sometimes when your zone meter is like, how do I put it? When it's like 3/4 and up, you can sometimes just go for doubles and triples if it makes sense. To just top off that meter is actually more efficient because you don't waste your Tetris. Or so imagine you go for a Tetris and there's like just a sliver of not zone, but an amount left to send an attack. If you overdo the attack gauge with a Tetris, it's almost like you're losing efficiency in that regard, because that attack gauge charge could have been set up for the next attack, right? So sometimes it's good to skim some singles, doubles, Tetrises, or triples, whatever it may be, and saving that Tetris for the next attack or defense. Okay, so Mr. FAQ attempted to put on some pressure there. Did skim a few of those unclearable lines by switching to defense mode, but not many. And actually, the team doing a great job. They only were 2 lines from the bottom there, despite that pressure from Mr. FAQ. Scary team. Mr. FAQ finding some pretty good efficiency. Look at all those orbs on the defense. So Mr. FAQ should be in a position still to create attacks. Another 19 though, 153 attack. That's pretty big. And yeah. Oh, that misdrop's unfortunate. Sets up the Z spin, very nice. So quick on the fly thinking from Mr. FAQ. Team is low to the board. Soft drop is not in play. You can tell when their pieces are gray that soft drop only is enabled and they can no longer hard drop. So that can, for like a talented team like this, that can really throttle them. There we go. There's that soft drop only. And that should give Mr. FAQ a little bit of breathing room to create the next attack. And or defend. I think Mr. FAQ is going for it. Pisces can apply a lot of pressure. One thing to consider too is like if Mr. FAQ does want to turn around and start defending a little bit, if you take out one player, if you see one player is a little close to the top, it can be worth pursuing, as a 2-player zone is nowhere near as strong, right? And if there's only 2 players alive, they'll be charging the zone a lot slower, and that should give Mr. FAQ a little bit of wiggle room to decide what to do. A lot of pressure is being applied. The team is about 2/3 of the way. Mr. FAQ is going to want to try to at least knock out one player here and dampen that next zone if they do get to it. So playing aggressive, I respect it. Players doing a good job surviving, though. Grasspelt almost has his Tetris set up. That pop out, not the worst thing. Yeah, my eyes are on Grasspelt, who's kind of playing from the top right now. Ooh, that rain. So Mr. FAQ's pressure is going to top out Grasspelt. Now, what's the next move? Probably just... Okay, Mr. FAQ does decide to defend a little bit. I think that's the right call. I don't see another attack likely wasn't going to take out these players. Okay, so Mr. FAQ now needs to play. Get a lot of defense. Oh no, what happened to numbers? I didn't see. Well, we got a solo zone from Aki. If Aki moves quick enough, this could still hit hard. So far, so good. Deciding what to do with this last one. Gets a 19. That's a quick 40. And Poseidon just... Oh, what? Oh, I think Mr. FAQ stacked him over a 20 on accident. And that will be game. Oh my god, a lot happened in like 30 seconds there. And my lobby seemed to have broken. Oh, there we go. What a roller coaster. I think, yeah, just a little bit of an error from Mr. FAQ, stacking him over a 20, I think. But yeah, that was really close. Photo finish. Okay, I think that's it for group number 3 here. So we have our final group coming up, which I believe was Knighting, Call Me Star. Who else is in there? Okay, you know, I'm not going to look at Discord. Let me press my fingers to my head. That usually helps you with memory, right? Call Me Star, Knighting, Espeon, and who's the last one? Are they in the chat? Tetris? Is it Tetris? Let's see. Salil. Okay, Salil's really good. Salil, okay. I don't feel bad. Salil's like the dark horse. Doesn't play ranked. Very strong player. Yeah, numbers. Aki, Tetris, you're welcome to spectate. So just looking for Espeon. Yes, Will is a 3,500 player, as we will see here in a moment. Certainly reflects their skill level. Came to the stream and all I heard was Tetris. Is Tetris a banned word in your mind? Or is that something else? Hopefully not a bad word. Don't worry, they will show up. Espeon will show up and dominate. Right? Not to jinx it. Maybe the team is mad that I said that and they're going to work extra hard and prove me wrong. All right, SB is in here. Knighting with the Ares pick. Very cool. All right, let's see it. Ares with the signature blitz of Invert. Invert has some fun counterplay possible. We'll see if any team members utilize that. I think Ares is fairly underpowered as a boss, but we got Knighting helming it, so we'll see if Knighting apply some pressure here. Knighting is schmoovin' along. And you know what? Actually a pretty good start considering. Dampening that first zone is underrated. So even if the team gets in a zone quickly, I'll see how many rows up from the bottom this is. Okay, only 2. So not that much, but hey. I feel like strong teams will tend to have that cleared out. So even 2 lines, like that could snowball into something good for Knighting here. But this is a very strong team. I think all players here are capable of good IRS play. Ooh, look at that. Oh, man. We got the 19. Ooh, missing a few blocks there on the left. And it looks like Knighting ran into some misdrops, so... with that being said, a decent... maybe Knighting would have wanted to defend a little bit more there, but that's not the end of the world there. Alright, we got that early invert. It did nothing to Salil's board, but hey, Call Me Star is up a little bit, so maybe overstacked. When you're playing against invert, definitely want to keep that in mind on when it might show up next. Like this next attack might be invert. You can also get a little bit of a hint if the boss is taking longer to charge their meter. If you are a super skilled player and able to look at that in real time. All right. Oh, we got a bump up invert. There we go. So put an SB and Call Me Star up a little bit. They're 3/4 zone up. Yeah, I think this is... I like Knighting's decision making on when to defend there. Did run into a misdrop, but brought down just a hair. Yeah, you got to keep in mind you can't just defend the whole time, because if the team stacks from the bottom, like the zones are going to just outpace your defense. So you certainly always want to mix in attacks. Pretty fast zone here from the team. Can they get a 19 again? I think if... oh, they're greeting for it. They were kind of greeting for a 20. Didn't quite find the 20. If they did, though, that would have put on like devastating pressure to Knighting, who's already under pressure. Ooh, rough misdrop there. It's missing out on the Tetris. Going to defend a little bit, bring this down. While the team is moving along, it should take a bit longer, though, for the team now to charge that zone as we are in the 3rd phase. Got that bump up invert. Call Me Star and SB still pretty low, and have their boards cleared out. Yeah, Knighting with some rough misdrops. We'll see. We'll see if we get kind of attack sequences we get here though from Ares. As Knighting stacking is looking a little bit better here, a little high, but when you play enough, it doesn't phase you. Stacking at the top, which is a good and bad thing. Bad thing if you do make that misdrop, like Knighting just did. Oh man, it will be lights out, as we saw real time. But GG, strong team there. And yeah, let's do a rotation. Unless we're doing the Knighting boss knight, depending on if the team wants to rotate out. I assume we'll rotate out though. Yeah, a lot of misdrops. 82 boss attack still, despite the misdrops. Oh, it was buff 1? Was it really? I didn't realize you turned on buff 1. I wasn't reading the Discord. Ares buff 1. I like that. Oh, sorry. All right, what do we have next? Call me Star on the Fish God, aka Pisces. Let's see if Call Me Star can take out this very stacked team, if you ask me. Yeah, that was a super quick zone charge. What do you guys think? When you open as Pisces, you want to like... what do you want to clear? How many lines does it take to get into that for... Oh. What just happened there? Call Me Star with an... Call Me Star hit them with the zone, freezing time, I guess. Well, despite that, still had a pretty strong team attack. And yeah, Call Me Star waiting patiently to get these attacks sent in. But yeah, what before I was getting bothered by that. Well, do you need a Tetris to send your first attack as Pisces, or can you send a triple? I'm just curious. I don't play enough. I don't really play the Area 1 bosses. Tetris Time Warp. This is brought to you by Tetris Forever. Alright. SP with the cleanest board here. Really downstackable. Knighting actually under some pressure. Not getting the the best attack sent to them. Oh man, those misdrops. Ooh! And Knighting will top out. Meanwhile, Salil is up pretty high. Let's find this triple. You know what? Actually, Knighting should have a quick revive. Players opt to be patient here. Although looks like it's fully charged. At the same time, you got to be careful. So. They're kind of greeting for this revive. I think SP decided to block it, knowing that Salil might top out there too. What is with this? We have something going on with our zones here. Star boss, yeah. Star is going hacker on you and getting some extra attacks in. Despite that, this is a super stacked team anyways, and it almost kind of works out. Almost an all clear potential there for Star. Didn't quite have the sequence or the setup. All-Star going for All-Star. Call Me Star going for those T-spin doubles. All-Star, Call Me Star. Nice Tetris for knighting in the middle. Should be able to use that revive to their advantage. Keep this board pretty low. Got the rain attack. Team's looking pretty comfy right now. Salil is the highest one up. Call Me Star can maybe decide if they want to defend or, you know what, at this point, yeah, Call Me Star might want to try to take out at least one player here, so I think the right call, not defending yet. Because if you defend, the team's quick enough where they're just going to outpace your defense, I think. Ooh, I like it. Oh man, where's the TVs? I liked it, but it might have been too much for Call Me Star to set up that super T-spin. And GG. We got 67 attack. Nice game. We should have time for one more with this group. Final battle. Team Pants on fire. Yeah, time for a 40-minute. Oh, please no. No one picked Virgo. I'm gonna have we have a community showcase ban on Virgo for the last match. Ooh, oh, this boss can go. Okay, I'm all for it though. We got SP at the helm. We'll see how this goes. I feel like Cancer is also a boss that can go a minute, but let's go out with a bang here. I think watching Crab Boss is fun. Oh. Boss ban. No boss ban. I'm mostly kidding. Play what you want, SB. All right, we got Tetramidian, the final boss for the final match. It is fitting. SB, if you want to DM me on the side, I can set up. That'd be kind of fun to do for next showcase. Is maybe the bosses can customize their boss and not tell anybody. Sounds like a kind of a fun way to play, like a mystery boss. Because if you select Tetramidian, I believe on the custom settings in Connected Versus you can customize the possible attacks, right? Okay. I didn't see how high the team started there from the bottom. But they are moving along. Knighting already at the top, going to move over, speed up the teammates. I want to assume all of the players in this lobby have a Maniac clear. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if Call Me Star does, but I would think so. Call Me Star is a really good player. Ooh, got some invisible. Invisible is fun to watch. What do you guys think if we had Invisible show up on Endless Master after like 500 lines? That'd be really cool. Alright, so team is charged up, able to deal with the Tetramidian. It is only phase 2. SV used some of that time to defend, bring it down. There even is a weaker row there, as you can see. It's like a darker gray there for SP. That'll be a really quick clear. Team is moving along here. Let's see if we can get a big 20. I'm ready for it. I think this is certainly a team capable of hitting a 20. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Wait. I feel like that could have been a 20. I might be wrong. Oh no, okay. I thought Knighting had placed that piece there too. As you can see here in slow motion, as no rotation is active, Knighting about to drop this T-spin. There we go. Ooh, hard block. And look at that, Call Me Star, using those hard blocks on only 2 rows. That was the best advice I had all day, is to try to stack your hard blocks horizontally. I learned something today. Music is kind of fun too. Let's be real. Just about all the music in Tetris Effect, or I would argue all of the music in Tetris Effect, it goes pretty hard. It depends on your mood and how you're feeling, I guess. Many emotions are covered throughout the Tetris Effect soundtrack. Modest. Oh, Modest Tomato. Sorry, I don't see the raid on this chat window I have open. I thought Tetri was calling me modest, like the adjective, or to describe me. But welcome in, Modest Tomato. Hope you're doing well. Modest has commentated some of our Tetris Effect tournaments in past years, and can throw down. Modest can throw down for sure. Is a true gamer, if you ask me. What were you up to? Okay, if I were to guess, Modest Tomato could have been playing Tetris. I know Modest Tomato also speedruns Super Mario Sunshine. Not sure what else Modest speedruns. I remember seeing sometimes when you get down those YouTube rabbit holes, I'm thinking of like Summoning Salt, where you would watch speedrunning videos you would never see or watch otherwise. I remember seeing Modest in the wild on like a random Super Mario's Sunshine speedrun video. But yeah, welcome in. Hope you had a good stream. Oh, what happened? I think SB was playing greedy or something for a moment. They weren't that high on their board, were they? Uh-oh. I missed it. So an anticlimactic finish tonight. Let's blame, I think Modest brought bad vibes and caused some misdrops here, unfortunately. It would have been better if you didn't show up, Modest. I don't think SP would have misdropped. But GG, regardless. I think we'll call it there. I think we will call it there. Nighting blames Ferox. We can blame Ferox. I don't want to blame Modest. Modest is too nice. It's all Ferox's fault. Definitely not whoever misdrop's fault. SB, we can ask SB whose fault this is. But yes, GG's everybody. That was a lot of fun. Teams night is always chill. We will carry the torch from Modest Tomato Raid here to somebody else. Pay it forward, spread the love. But yeah, so if you're here on Twitch, we'll say hi to somebody here, whoever we decide to raid. And yeah, so if you haven't already, be sure to join the Discord at discord.gg/enhance and have that community event role selected so that you're notified of our Friday night hangouts, whatever it may be. We have a humanity hangout tomorrow, which, by the way, our resident Ferox will be helping out with. So all things humanity, or if you just want to hang out and chat, I know some of our enhanced members will just want to chat about gaming, life, whatever. Just stop by, hang out. We would appreciate that. But yeah, what else? So full moon hangout next Saturday. Let's see what next week is. What is next week? I should know this. In terms of community showcase. Let me look. So we had zone battle last, right? Zone battle, classic. I think we are due for some score attack, if I'm not mistaken. Score attack week. So next week will be score attack. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we can have some fun with that. Feel free to suggest some custom settings. I know our resident community member Grasspelt likes to bring the heat and change it up in score attack. So community showcase is a good place to do that. But yeah, we'll see you all next Friday or tomorrow if you're in the Humanity Hangout. I will end the stream here on YouTube. Bye, YouTube. If you're here on Twitch, stick around for a raid. Let me find someone to raid real quick. Do.